Alright, so what's up, guys? Alright, so we left off yesterday with a bit of an issue regarding our ultra dynamic sky. We couldn't really get our sun environment to work properly. I took the time last night to fix and adjust that. I also took some time to create our terrain, which is going to be our paint tools, which is going to be our snow, our ice, our rocky textures for the actual ground and foundation of our scene. So Um, as you can see, I took already a little bit of time to create the actual area where the wearywood, the weirwood tree sits, which will be sitting right here where this light's at. I put a light right here, so the tree will be sitting right there in our scene. As you can see, the texture's already brought in. I could paint snow on top of ice. I could actually paint, and in the bottom I got some rocky textures, as you can see right here. The snow looks beautiful. If you can see that shininess, like never before stepped on snow, especially north of the wall. We know how that goes. A lot of uncharted terrain. So let's get started right off the bat. This level design, speed level design, shouldn't take us longer than about an hour and a half, if that. But if anything, we're gonna go ahead and give it a shot. Level design, speed level. All right, making sure that audio's working. No idea why it wasn't working inside my intro, but I'll adjust that. Fine tuning, just like anything else, just fine tuning. And let me go ahead and start some beats, and we could get right into it. So for those of you watching on YouTube, for those of you watching on Twitch, also on Facebook, on Beam and Connect, if all my chat is all mixed, so any of you guys feel free to ask any questions. If you guys need any help, I'm also on ArtStation, so I'm also streaming live on ArtStation as well. So if you guys need any help, or if you have some tips or anything, feel free to just ask in the comments in the chat, and I'll answer them as best as I can. So let's get started. So right now, what we're gonna get started on is, well, let's bring up the picture first of all. All right, so this is the replication of a picture that we're going to be doing our scene on. So as you can see, we already got this slope going, and all around where where we're going to be setting up our scene. So now we're going to create this part right here, which is going to be the entrance of when Bran overlooks and sees the actual weirwood tree. So that's what we're going to be doing right now. Let me just double check, make sure that I am live on ArtStation and Twitch as well. For some reason, yesterday I wasn't able to stream on to GameDev on the creative channels at Twitch, so I want to make sure that I'm there. That's one of the biggest withdrawals that we had last night. So let's just make sure that we're here under communities, game development. I'm not seeing this. There's plenty of channels, but we're not on here again. Why? I'm just double checking, making sure that we're not up here on the top. Let me go check ArtStation really quick. ArtStation. We're on ArtStation. I just don't get why we're not. Maybe if I type in game development and I maybe that's what I have to do now, not game dev. Alright, so I just want to make sure the music's not overpowering my voice. We should be good right about there. And I'm gonna edit the. Alright, I'm gonna go and check again. Not completely. Just bear with me, give me one quick second, guys. Communities. Game development. Or am I? Oh, you know what? Yeah. How'd that happen? Alright, well, over there. Again, it's doing it. We're not streaming on game development right now. For some reason, we're still on ArtStation, which is cool. I think we could handle it. But I really needed to be on game development on Twitch, and I don't understand why the channel's not allowing us to be there. Where am I hearing myself from? ArtStation? No, right? Again, it's doing it. We're not streaming on game development right now. For some reason. Okay, we're good. Alright, I was just hearing myself. So let's go ahead and check. So the one that we're going to be working on right now is the Weary Tree scene where Bran finally gets to meet the Three-Eye Raven, and that's the scene setup we're going to do. As you can see on this picture here, this is the scene that we're going to be setting up in Unreal. So all the terrain, we're going to be working on that today. And hopefully by the end of today, we'll be able to put in the Weirwood tree and possibly some fog textures, the sun rays coming in the back, all our dynamic weather system, our fog intensities to our mist and our snow. So let's go ahead and get started, dude. All right. So let's go ahead and bring in our geometry tool. We're going to go ahead and start creating some mountains on the behind us so the scene looks beautiful. Let's go start over here. We're going to sculpt in, make it a little bit bigger. There we go. A little sharper. And a little bit smaller. That should be good right about there. Last night I took time to go ahead and start setting up this generator. So you have snow on the top, you have your rocky terrain that you see north of the wall. I set this texture up last night so we're able to just on the fly create our terrain without going back and painting it. Minimal. So let me go ahead and add some let's go ahead and add some noise. Noise, what's going to do is give it more of a rocky terrain look. So it's not all perfect. I don't know if you have seen Game of Thrones, but the actual environment looks a lot more, it's not as, it's pretty sharp. There's not really that much smooth textures. There's a lot of rocks which we will be implementing within about 20 minutes. Right now we're just going to be building where Bran walks up and sees the Weary Tree. The Weary Tree is going to be going over here. I call it Weary Tree for short. It's actually Weirwood, but as I call it Weary Tree because then it's just faster to say. So right here where this light spot's at, that's where we're going to be putting the tree at. And right now we're creating the area where brand comes in. So let's get started on that. If you guys have any questions, I'm on ArtStation right now, Twitch, both YouTube accounts, Reconnect, Connect, Beam. We're streaming on all outlets right now. So I got my chat mixer. If any of you guys have any questions on certain parts that you may be stuck in, or parts that you feel that would make it easier for any type of artist, we'll go ahead and say it, because we're here on ArtStation, so we are not going anywhere. Okay, so let's go ahead and start building the slope. So the slope, I believe, is at a 45-degree angle, which you can see here on the picture. Right down here, I don't know if you're able to see right, but right down in this area. Let me see, is my cursor being, I hope my cursor's being, yeah, okay, my cursor's being streamed. So right in this area, brand actually runs up. If you guys haven't been familiar with the scene, I could pull it up really quick right here. Let me go ahead and do that right now. So you can see right here on the bottom left corner of your screen, this is the slope that we're going to be building. Right here where Holdor is taking brand up to. So they're taking it up, you know, I don't know if you guys remember. Let me see if I can make this bigger. Can I? No. Brand, there we go. So as you can see right here, brand's going up the slope. So this is the area that we're going to be creating, this slope right here. And if you could tell, you'll be able to see there's the hilltop. So that's the area we're going to be creating right now, is that point and backwards, which is actually right here in the picture. So let's get started. I'll leave this scene on for you guys if you guys want to watch it while we create. So I'll make it a little bit bigger. There you go. So let's get started. So it's going to come up through right here. Tree's going to be right there. So we got to make a big brush stroke. We got to go back a little bit. So it's an over hilltop, so it's going to be overlooking this. So we're going to make that area first. Oops. Okay, sculpt. Well, it's going to be a sharp clip going downward, so we're going to focus on that too as well. Alright, now we got to minimize. We're going to go in and go to noise. We'll go and use paint some noise. There we go. No. Alright. Can't make it this rocky, so we just gotta smoothen it out a little. There we go. Let's make it smooth. There we go. And we're gonna cut our area in here. There we go. Put in our area. Let's smoothen this area out too as well. And then this hilltop is going to go here. Let me stand here really quick. Let me see where we're at. So you can see the tree there. You can see the outline mountains. Let's see here. Okay, we're good right there. We got to bring this side edge up a little bit, and this whole side needs to be upraised, but we'll do that with noise and a smaller brush. Let's do that. Actually, let's paint our road right now, so we could just work on it and keep it as a fluctuated road. We'll paint over it, but right now I want to get the good symmetry going for our terrain. Alright, so let's bring in our Roll detail. Actually, we could just use our paint. Okay. So let's go to paint, and we're gonna paint rock. Let's lower that, and we're gonna make our brush fall off a little bit more dense. So what we're painting here right now, this is gonna be the actual road that's going to lead up there, but this is what basically our plan, so we don't overdo a certain area from our cliffside. So I want to make sure that these spots that we're going to paint right now are visible. We're going to erase them later. It's just because everything that is white in the map, it's kind of hard to see the level of detail and where you want to do placement. So I'm just painting on our path basically. We're compiling shaders right now. 50 left, not too bad. Ten shaders left. And you should see a little bit of what I painted right here. There it is. So now that we painted that, I'm gonna create our road right about there. We'll do a little slope going up that way, and then we'll do one coming back down here, right about there, right about there. So this is the start off of the slope leading up to see the actual weirwood tree, which means we're gonna have to barricade all this with a bunch of jagged rocks. But other than that, I think, let me just take a look in game. Okay, we gotta smooth that out right there. See, that's what we're gonna smooth out. Make this a little flatter, jagged still, but flatter. And we're gonna cut this fall off right here, right about there. Just cut it. And the way you go about doing that is you overlook. We're gonna cut right here, all this off. Sculpt, smooth. We might get away with this doing it with our sculpt tool. This right here like this. Like that. I could actually make, I don't think you see a scene or a path when they get down to the center platform, which is right here. This is where they fight all the undead before they go into the cave. So right here we're gonna go ahead and do one of these. We're gonna smoothen this out first of all. Shoot, whoops, smooth. We're gonna smooth all that out so it looks a lot more easier, more humble actually, more what's the word I'm looking for? There we go. Now right here we're gonna go ahead and go sculpt. Here we gotta create some big ass barricades because this is where they couldn't cross through. So we're gonna go ahead and just grab all that shit, and we're gonna go up. We're gonna be raising all this terrain just like that. I mean, it's so white you could barely see it, but this is where they're coming in from. You can't even see shit. You don't know what's coming. Just like in the scene, they don't know where they're gonna be going. So I just want to make sure that the only passageway to see it is here. Oh, we're good. so you'll be able to see it by then. And as they approach, they see it. We're good. We're barricaded. We're good. Let's barricade this a little bit more. Actually, that's actually a good slope. Okay. Let's just make a little bit bigger barricade there. Barricade all this. There you go. So this is our path now. Let's go ahead and start taking some out, flatten a little. Actually, let's flatten a lot. Drop the size of this. It's about that. That's our road size. So now we're gonna go into sculpt, flatten, get the angle that we need right here. There we go. Smooth. Smoothing it out a little. There we go. There we go. Let's walk on it, see how it looks. There we go. Yeah, so we left off yesterday with our sky. Our sky was nowhere where I needed it to be. I couldn't find the sun. For some reason, I don't know if it was the texture that I did beforehand, or I should have edited the sun first, but I fixed that. So our sky is where it has to be. I painted it last night off stream just to get it ready and more fun and more interactive for you guys. Twitch19er asked, how long did it take you to do the procedural texture mapping for this actual environment? Not that long. I did a bunch of PBR textures, maybe at the very most, let me smoothen this out really quick. At the very most, I'm gonna say it took me about 45 minutes. It's just once you learn procedural texturing, your life becomes a lot easier. It's just really easier that way. I was able to backtrack and see where I was going wrong. In no time we fixed it. Right here, let's just smoothen this area out. And we had to actually got to cut that off. So let's go ahead and build. Let's cut this off, this area. Smooth them out. Be good. Should be good. Be good. About that. Alright, we're good right about there. Now the fun part comes. Let's paint. Let's start painting this area right here. This is like my canvas right here, you know what I'm saying? This is what I love to do, is painting my textures. So we'll start off with a little bit of ice. So let's lower that, and we'll do our fall off a little bit less. Make the brush smaller. See, just paint. Look at that. I mean, it looks like manchas right here, you know, spots. But, for example, if you get closer in detail, you see ice. And now we got our rock, we got our ice layer, and of course snow has been falling, so we're going to get our snow B. Let's go like that. Look at that. Oh, it's so beautiful. Just like that. And now, if you play in game, look at that shininess of the snow. It's a little colder, ice in the bottom. Very well detailed. This is all 4K as well, so we gotta work on that. We'll work on the top hill parts areas in detail once we get our rocks, our textures in, because remember, we're still gonna build the inside of the we're still building the inside of the actual Third Eye Raven layer, so it's kind of in the inside. Bat, I don't know if we're gonna have time to do today, but we're definitely building this level by the end of today. And I really would like an answer to find out why I can't stream on GameDev. I haven't even really checked if it had updated. Let's go ahead and check that. I think it happened after Nightbot. I don't know though. I'm in creative. I'm streaming creative, but why am I not streaming on GameDev? Let me turn off that scene. Alright, so I really am not understanding why. If I go to creative, I should be able to see my channel, which I'm not finding at all. It's really hard because GameDev is actually my biggest contributor. It says 26 live. There was 25 beforehand. God dang it, dude. Nope. We're not live. Oh, I gotta try to see why. Alright, well anyway, let's get back to our level. I'll figure that out in a bit. Okay. We gotta make this way bigger. Right, all this area more angled, so let's go back to our sculpt tool, make our brush super big, our fall off not so much, and we're gonna go right in here. Should be good right there. That's a good entrance. We gotta make this a little flattened, so let's flatten this area right around here. Shit, a little too much. Let's drop that. There we go. So this is the first bump, and this is where the cave's gonna sit, right underneath the tree. Right? That looks pretty good if you ask me. Fuck. Sometimes I amaze myself when I think of something in my head, dude, and just go to work. I visualize it in my head, and I don't know why. Structurally wise, if you actually saw that scene, and the way this map is set up, I almost got it damn right there perfect. I mean, we still gotta add our rocks, so you'll see. You'll see soon. So we just built that foreground going up, our little slope coming out this way, our foreground coming in. We're good. Alright. So now we just gotta smoothen this shit out a little bit. Smoothing that out. Smooth. There we go. There we go. So make sure smooth all this out a little bit. Okay. Good right there. Let's go paint. Let's go on there. That's good. Compiling shaders. 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. 1 second. All right. $90 shaders to compile. Come on. Almost, almost. So update really quick on my other YouTube channel. So I made a YouTube channel for strictly for Unreal level design, where I'll be showing people tips, tricks on how to make your workflow a lot more smoother, and also for these type of speed level designs, I'll be uploading them there directly. Also on Johnny Arcade on YouTube. Gamer graphics, I'm still gonna keep separately, just for video game movie edits. Um, let's go on and take a look. Alright, let's go in and blend. That's good. Let's go. 220 shaders. Wow. Oh wow, it's all good. Because this is coming out fucking beautiful, honestly. We'll start adding rocks. We gotta start actually adding our sea media texture to our arid desert rock packet, and hopefully, I'm hoping that it's gonna look awesome. Awesome possum. We'll see though. I say yes. This music's a little downer, dude. Let's go ahead and put something else on. Okay. Smooth that out. Our volumetric wind. What color is that actual road? Yeah, it's straight white, just rocky. So we're gonna leave it white. Just a little bit. These are really jagged. Start with this guy. We gotta add lightings, see depth. Bottom floor needs to be shaded blue, so we're gonna add a blue spotlight there. Let's see here. Move the slope it down a little. Should be good right there. Dude! Alright, I'm just making the snow be. Hollow. That's too much. good right about there. I should implement the tree to see how it looks, but I think we'll be fine. We could get away with it right there. It's good. Okay. It looks dark because it's rebuilding the lighting. I don't know if you could see it down here, but we got 30 shaders to compile. We should be able to see. You'll see it turn brighter. I can see this road. We're just gonna roughen up the road and the terrain a little bit, but overall it should give us a good flow. Yep, sure did. Doesn't look all one straight color. We're still gonna add our pebbles, our rocks, our different textures to make it look more fluid. Definitely like those jagged edges. We're gonna no, we'll leave it like that. Loving the floor, baby. Let's do that with the foreground. We got to pay close attention because this is one of the main key factors of the actual map. So we're going to start off with a little bit of ice, but we're going to make it a little bit bigger. And our fall off. So our fall off we can leave like that. You know what? Let's see how that looks. I'm gonna have to cut a hole right here. Let's make sure we're gonna be able to just get our geometry. Let's go geometry. Let's make a square block. Right about here. Oh shit. Alright, well. World view. Let's make it subtractive. Okay. We're gonna have to punch a hole through here. So let's punch a hole. This is where the art comes in. Oh gosh, this is gonna be insane. We're gonna make a hole here. So paint, flatten. No, we're just gonna go sculpt and regular sculpt tool. Or we could actually go into actually, let's just go into Go ahead and try and bring in our... Where's our arid desert? Where's my arc? Oh, build an arc. Oh, there's an arc. Okay. C media. What? Materials. This is water, but I just want to see how it looks. Just gonna give it a shot. Come on, come back. Just building lighting for this texture, so there we go. Alright, so that's insane looking, dude. I just want to see how it looks. Alright, so I believe it's under content. Let's go grab the original though. It's in our photo. Go. Got our snow top. Got our roughness. Okay. The tree's gonna be sitting right on top of that. I'm gonna darken the cave up a little. Some ambient light in. If you look at it through the outside here. Still gotta add the rocks that are in the back. As you see in the picture here, right here around the tree, you got one big set of rock textures. You got another mesh right here. You got another mesh here. You got another mesh here. And you got another mesh here. You got this streak line, and then remember, we're gonna have to raise it up. I should lower it down, depth it out a little. So, so the way we're gonna go about doing that is we're gonna be adding a bunch of these type of rocks right here, adding vague little of foliage up here by the tree, and we should blend in pretty good. Let's see here. So we gotta raise this up. All of it. Flatten this area out. Just make it bigger right about there. And fall off. Right there. As long as you approach and it's covering and you're going, let's see how it looks. Let's see. That looks good to me. Now we can start building our rocks. You know what? We're gonna take this off. We're gonna rebuild it. We're not just gonna put an arc here. We're just gonna go more detailed. Let's get that out of the way. Let's go to arid. Desert meshes. Let's put these down. let's go ahead and grab our where the hell is it? Um, Still seems a little too big for me though. I'll have to just drop the whole thing. That looks better. Alright, let's just... Interesting. See here. Alright, let's bring in our tree. Just a good placement. Bit of a shot. Check the tree. So here's the tree, here's that line on the top. The tree's gonna go straight in the front. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Alright. Where's mine? I made some special. There's no such thing, first of all, there's no such thing as a um, weirwood tree. So that's not even a real tree. The closest that you'll find is a lot of birch, white trees. So I had to recreate my own textures for this. So, you know, that's the beautiful part about Substance Designer. You go back in and paint. So let's go ahead and grab our world texture. So I created these Game of Thrones, boom, and right here, boom. The way we're gonna go about painting this like that nice vivid red that the tree has is we're gonna go in and use volumetric lighting. So let's do that. There we go, that's a nice red. Control C, Control V. Oh, what the hell? Do we want it to be reachable? Not entirely sure yet. We gotta still smoothen out a lot of detail. We still gotta make the face too bleeding, so that's gonna be another, I ain't gonna say obstacle, but challenge is probably the word that I'm looking for. Alright, let's take a good look at this tree. Alright, so obviously we could tell that that tree is super big. Means we're gonna have to raise this terrain up a lot, or that slope actually. That's all it is raising that slope. Why does it show green though on the, I think it's the distance, but we'll see right now. Render distance. Yeah, we gotta adjust the slope here as well. So let's do squarish. Alright. Fuck. We gotta make it big, dude. Or we could grab it and make that more down, but no, it's not. That's higher up. I'll have to do a steeper fall off from this. Alright, so got that part done. We gotta do level of detail now, some LOD. Alright, right there, we're good. Oh, idiot. Okay, so here we go. Gotta rebuild lighting, but I want to make sure that our texture and terrain is what we want it to be. So like that square shit in the middle. We gotta make this more of a slope downhill. Mm. Hey babe, how's it going? Just start falling right now. Coast. Twitch. We're gonna try again. See what happens. Oh god, so you have to go into separate channels now. Alright, so maybe this will fix our problem. Alright, so I figured out what happened with Twitch. So I guess Twitch now you can't just put hashtags in to put you up to that channel's network. Now you got to actually put in the channel, so you can't be streaming on a lot of different outlets now. I guess basically that's how that works. And I don't understand why I'm guys, feel free, any suggestions or any questions, feel free to ask in chat. We're streaming on YouTube and all outlets basically. About 6 different streams. So some of you might not be able to see what others are asking me. So I'll just repeat their question and then answer it as best as possible. Damon29 asked, how fast were you able to pick up learning Unreal Engine 4? It took me a while, man. I've been in it since the long haul. About 3 years ago. Honestly, almost 5 years ago. But it gotten to the point where this past year, in 2016, it's gotten so much more fluid that anybody could really pick it up and create levels and learn how to code and program, because Blueprints helps you out so much with that. It used to be like Kismet, but connecting your coordinates and nodes is just awesome to learn, a lot more easier too, especially if you're a game artist and not so much of a C++ programmer or coder. Second, because Twitch is pissing me the hell off. It's not letting me switch my channel so I can start streaming it. It got me down at creative, right? So I didn't know now you have to actually go into the stay stuck on creative, dude. I'll have to shut down the Twitch and then try to do it. So let me go into Restream. Off. So I just turned off, completely off of Twitch. Actually turn off, I don't know why. Pause the music really quick. Gotta see what kind of delay we have on the stream right now. Alright, apparently it doesn't shut it off through Restream. So, I will be back, and I'm hoping to fix this Twitch issue. I'll be right back.